everyone. My name is Amina, and I'm honored to be here with you today. As you can see, I'm speaking to you from a wheelchair. This chair is part of my life now, but it doesn't define me. What defines me is the journey that brought me here, a story of unexpected beginnings, extraordinary kindness, and the mercy of Allah. I was told that my story began on the side of a dusty road. I was only a few hours old, wrapped in a thin cloth, and left there alone, vulnerable and crying. I don't know why my biological parents left me or what their circumstances were. Maybe it was poverty, fear, or something else entirely. Only Allah knows. But Allah had a plan for me, and His mercy found me through a kind stranger. That stranger was Yusuf. He was a simple carpenter, a man of faith and a heart full of compassion. He was walking home from the masjid when he heard the faint cries of a baby. At first, he wasn't sure where the sound was coming from. But then he found me lying there by the roadside. Yusuf didn't hesitate. He picked me up, held me close, and carried me home. At home, Yusuf's wife, Khadija, was waiting for him. She had no idea what was about to happen. But when Yusuf walked in with me in his arms, everything changed. Yusuf and Khadija had been married for many years, but they couldn't have children of their own. They had been making dua, asking Allah for a child. When they saw me, they knew their prayers had been answered in the most unexpected way. Khadija took me in her arms, held me close, and whispered, "This is a gift from Allah." From that moment, they became my parents. They named me Amina, which means trustworthy, and raised me as their own daughter. Growing up, my childhood was filled with love and faith. Yusuf and Khadija didn't have much. They were humble people, but they gave me everything I needed. They taught me how to pray, how to be kind to others, and how to always trust in Allah's plan. But life wasn't always easy. You see, I was born with a condition that affected my legs. I've never been able to walk. As a child, I used to wonder if this was the reason my biological parents left me. Maybe they didn't know how to care for a child like me. But Yusuf and Khadija never made me feel different. They carried me when I was small, and when I got older. Yusuf built me a simple wooden wheelchair with his own hands. Some people in the community would whisper behind our backs. They'd say, "Why would Yusuf and Khadija take in an abandoned child, and one who can't even walk?" But Yusuf always responded with a smile and said, "Amina is our daughter, not by blood, but by the will of Allah, and in caring for her, we are fulfilling our duty to Him." When I was 5, they told me the full story of how they found me. At first, I felt so many emotions: sadness, anger, confusion. I couldn't understand why my biological parents had abandoned me. But Yusuf sat me down and recited a verse from the Qur'an. "Did He not find you an orphan and give you refuge?" He told me, "Amina, Allah placed you in our care for a reason. Your parents gave you life, but Allah chose us to raise you. This is His mercy." Those words changed how I saw everything. I realized that my life was a gift, and the love I received from Yusuf and Khadija was a blessing I could never take for granted. As the years went on, they continued to support me in every way. Yusuf passed away 2 years ago. May Allah grant him Jannah. And Khadija is now older and frail. Today, it's my turn to take care of her, just as she took care of me when I was a helpless child. This wheelchair doesn't limit me. It reminds me of all the people who lifted me up physically and emotionally when I couldn't do it myself. It's a symbol of the love and sacrifice that Yusuf and Khadija poured into my life. I share my story today to remind us all of the power of kindness and faith. There are many children like me abandoned, orphaned, or simply in need of love. We may not be able to help everyone, but if we can make a difference in even one life, the reward is immense. May Allah bless us with hearts full of compassion and the courage to act on it. And may He reward those who care for others, just as Yusuf and Khadija cared for me. Thank you for listening to my story.
This is what I'm going to do for you.